What's up, dudes? Max here, coming back with another follow-up story from that Mega Man one you might have caught a couple of days ago. That model got me pretty heated in the fact that it didn't exist at all, and a lot of people do agree with me that it just does not make much sense, but there's been something that happened over the past few days talking about Capcom as a company that I think we should discuss, because we also did discuss this almost a few months ago, talking about how Capcom is getting into the mobile games division, and they were essentially spending all their money that they got from the Monster Hunter games and anything else that was profitable was all going into mobile. And as a surprise to no one here, and myself included, because it seemed ridiculous then and it was ridiculous now, it didn't do very well. And now Capcom is actually projecting that they're not going to hit their projected forecast of making a cool 65 million this year, but instead cutting it in half to 32 million. Which a 50% cut of profit expectation is huge. That is a big thing. And it turns out that they actually directly address what caused this. Like, what is causing Capcom to lose so much money or not expect to get so much money throughout the next period, and it's pretty much because mobile games didn't work. Like I said, it comes as no surprise, it comes as no expectation, but the funny thing is that this isn't just the only Japanese development company that's near and dear to my heart that I wish would change their ways, and this might be the beginning of them to actually do something different and realize, hey, let's stop doing this ridiculous stuff and let's go back to doing what actually worked. And Square Enix seems to have actually picked up the pace and figured things out, because they were recently announcing that Bravely Default, the game that did so damn well, that they're like, you know what, we should probably focus on these little titles, small things that can be successful, because the stuff that they put so much damn money into, just ridiculous amounts of cash, just doesn't pay off. And the fact that we have a huge Japanese company talking about this, which was Square Enix, is a good thing. It's also good that Capcom Japan seems to be learning a freaking harsh lesson right now. Now, the thing is, don't get me wrong, I really like Capcom. Like, as far as a company and what they do, there are some questionable, weird things. But there's also been really good things that they've done over the past year. Notably, DuckTales Remastered is an amazing idea that no one thought could ever exist, and them actually resurrecting the Strider series being made by Double Helix. Both these games were fantastic, and to be honest, we just want more stuff like that. Those were both digital titles, and albeit digital titles are great, we do want to see retail releases and big games. But dude, we don't want to see things like Resident Evil 6 over again, where the game has no idea what it wants to be. I understand that Resident Evil 6 is fun sometimes, but dude, it's so far off from what it was at a time before. And I think that this could be the moment that Capcom actually wakes up, where it's like, you know, maybe we should stop going into these crazy-ass adventures. Crazy, like, all of our money into mobile, all of our money into this, because the only thing they got that's actually making money now, or is remotely repetitively successful, is something like Monster Hunter. And as much as I think Monster Hunter is cool, it's never been my cup of tea, and it's never been the cup of tea of many people outside of Japan, and I just hope that their focus goes outside of Japan. I like this company. I like the things that they've done. I know the guys that I've actually had the chance to work with in the past, and they're very passionate about these things. It's just that when it comes to internal development, like we were saying, they make some crazy decisions, and it's like, what the hell? What are you guys doing? Why is there a Lost Planet 3? Like, what is actually going on? Why was there no marketing for Remember Me at all? A lot of really weird decisions, and then some amazing ones like DuckTales and Strider. I only hope, like I said, that this does something for the future of the company, because they hold the greatest franchises, in my opinion, next to Nintendo. And as long as they hold that dear and they realize that they have a huge market, a market of people like myself that's really big and loves these old games and franchises, but isn't in the bajillions like Call of Duty and Skyrim and stuff like that, if they just accept the fact that you can't get that, people already have that stuff. Stop trying to go out and get these things because they don't exist. People already are fulfilled with their Skyrims. They already are fulfilled with their Call of Duties or Battlefields. Stop trying to turn games into something they're not and go with what you were good at for the longest time. Please, Capcom. I hope this is a wake-up call, and I hope you guys agree with me on the situation. If you want to hit me up on Twitter regarding this, you can find me at Maximilian_, or on Facebook at Maximilian Dude. Thank you guys very much for tuning in, and hopefully in the future when we get an update on this entire fiasco, it'll actually be with good news. My name is Maximilian, and I'll see you folks next time.